Hello guys, S2W here as your average consumer. So this is a late release here in Canada and it's my second pickup of 2017. Only a few local sneaker stores have dropped these out for the public to buy. As of this video's upload date, Adidas OG store has yet to release these. They are coming out actually this coming Saturday, January the 14th of 2017. And I was incredibly lucky to get a pair online on the same day I got the OG NMDs that I made a review on. They are the Nomad NMD R2 PKs in the Trace Cargo or Olive colorway, and it's the first color to come out for the R2 Primeknit model for men. So Adidas in Canada is already known to get late releases. If any, we often get very low stocks as well. So like I just mentioned, I was incredibly lucky to get a pair online through a sneaker boutique called Sam Tabak or Sam Tabak. They're from Montreal of Quebec in Canada. And thank you to them for selling these online for me to cop a pair. Now we should already be familiar of the popular NMD R1 Primeknits that dropped late in 2015 and throughout 2016, and with this 1 year anniversary, I guess Adidas thought it was time to create a revamped model of the R1 PKs, and here we have them. Now let's take a look at these NMD R2 Primeknits. Looking at these through photos online and then the sneakers in person that I have in front of me, these to me are definitely eye-catching. Right off the bat, you'll notice their decision to add a multiple stripe pattern swooping across the knit of the shoe. As you can see here, there are two sections of movement of these stripes, one at the back swooshing inwards, stopping at the midfoot area of the Primeknit, while the other half is swirling at the forefoot of the knit. If you run your fingers across the pattern, you can feel the bumps of the stripes. It's certainly a design scheme that I think won't appeal to a lot of people, because even I feel a little too much is going on for these excessive stripe design. But it's not terrible to the point where I can't tolerate. Now apart from the knit design, the shoe design and shape itself looks pretty familiar to the R1 Primeknits, and to me, it seems like a worthy successor. They made its contour look slimmer visually and overall, giving that very unique yet vintage detailing to the NMD runner models. So Adidas continued to use Primeknit, which is their top of the line knit material, famous for its stretchiness, breathability, and also sock-like comfort. In fact, the Primeknit on these R2s feel more elastic and thin than the Primeknits on the previous model R1 PKs, much like how they treated the new 3.0 Ultra Boost models that are currently out right now. I guess this is part of their newer innovative technology for that extra light comfort and flexible support. If you were a fan of the NMDs and are now looking at the lateral side, you will see that they have completely removed the two EVA plugs on the outside of the shoe. Instead, you will see 8 stripes embossed into the boost midsole of the shoe where the back block used to be. On the medial side, you will see another significant difference. The one and only block on this side was enlarged, and the lines run diagonally on the block as well. This block also sticks out pretty high upwards, a very important point that I will discuss about later in this video. Now going to the midfoot area of this sneaker, you will see that they have used flat olive laces to complement the Primeknit colorway of this shoe. Different from the R1s, Adidas have removed the plastic lace eyelets used on those first runner models, and now having the laces thread through the Primeknit material instead, which I do like visually. Similar to the previous R1 models though, you will also see the Adidas 3-stripe branding on both sides of the shoe. They are slightly transparent as it seems like you can see the texture and pattern beneath the stripes, and much like the previous R1 Primeknits, the collar of the sneaker is designed to stretch and wrap around your ankles for that sock-like feel. And also, Adidas continues on with the successful legacy of the NMDs by using Boost midsole, an innovative technology that gives the shoe the squishy feeling every step of the way. But on any of the previous NMD models, it's already a given that you can't really feel the traditional bouncy feeling on the Pure Boost or Ultra Boost because of the stability plugs at the side. But on this updated R2 PK model, there is definitely more boost material on the midsole. At the back of the sneaker, you will see Adidas chose to bring over the pull tab design from the NMD XR1s over to these R2s. You have a suede finish patch at the back of the pull tab threading through it. Again, the pull tab has the words "the brand with 3 stripes" in either English, German, French, or Japanese, and they are all random on each pair. Much like on the XR1s, you can push and pull the pull tab however you like to give different look to the shoes. I just leave it normally though, as I prefer it that way. Inside the sneaker, you'll continually see the felt-like fabric on top of the boost midsole, just like on any other NMDs, acting as the non-removable insole. Much like its previous version, there are no cushion around the heel but a flexible plastic that gives the shoe more structure around the back of the NMDs. This also exists on the R1 PKs as well, but on these R2s, that plastic film actually surrounds more area in the back, extending till the midfoot stripes of the shoe. Flipping over the shoes, you have the reoccurring rubber outsole for some additional durability and traction. Although it's not the best, it does its job for everyday walks. The rubber outsole design scheme also looks similar to the R1s, but if you look closely, the waffle design and also the placement of the branding and logos of Adidas is all differently placed under the shoe. Anyways, here are some NMD R2 Primeknit Trace Cargo fit footages. Fit wise, I bought these at my true to size like all my previous NMD R1 Primeknits because I don't prefer snug fits and I like to put insoles. But these R2s definitely feel true to size, as I feel they fit a little bit more narrow and also shorter because of its shape. You can see it arches in the midfoot section and then upwards at the toe box. I don't think adding an insole is going to be a great idea for me now because of this. Price wise, I bought these at $220 Canadian at retail before tax. They were $10 less than the tricolor NMD PK R1s I bought less than a month ago. Not sure why it's cheaper, but as an average consumer, the price is still overwhelming, but I am not complaining at all because comfort wise. I'm going to say this a little bit more in depth. The moment I placed my feet into the shoes and walked around a bit, I can already tell you it's more comfortable than the NMD R1s and also NMD R1 Primeknits. The arch support I've mentioned earlier gives your feet more support and footrest that the first R1 NMDs does not offer. The Primeknit material is more elastic than the first versions, so it hugs around your feet more well-roundedly. The Boost midsole was created with more boost technology, so you can actually feel a little more of the bounce responsiveness as you walk. I would buy this model and never look back when better colorways come forward, if I had narrow feet. That's right. As a wide footer myself, I am pretty disappointed that I might have to skip all the colorways coming out this year, and it's all because of one thing, the block at the medial side of the shoe. That plug rises upwards so much that when my feet actually expands as I step on the ground, I can feel the block digging deep into the midfoot area of my feet. Mind you, I've only tried on for a couple minutes. If I had to walk around the whole day or even do sudden short sprints in them, I can imagine the cringe of pain and discomfort I'll get when my midfoot always rub against the edge of the block. I'll be interested to see if a half size up will save me from this discomfort in the future, but for now, if you are a wide footer, beware of purchasing these. As always, throw me some likes if you liked the video and let me know in the comments if you like the NMD R2s and if you think the NMD R2s are something you think Adidas is creating in the right direction. Because in 2017, you can certainly expect many more colorways to be released this year. That's it for today, S2W signing off.